people are in here. Sorry, we're moving around. It's been quite the morning. I've been pumping out, pretty much content all morning since like 6 o'clock on TikTok. And while I was there, I realized there was some notifications coming to me that there was a double homicide in Sarasota and a death investigation going on right now. I started seeing notifications about it about an hour ago, and I'm about 30, nice blinker, buddy. I'm about 30 minutes out from the location, so I figured would go over there and see if there's anything going on, but it's within 30 minutes. It's sad. I don't know what's going on, but they said they found these people on the back side of this store called Olli's. And what I might end up having to do is roll with a different camera or different setup. This is set up this way. And once we get out there, we're going to be wanting to go landscape so you guys can see everything. Hopefully I'm coming in clear. Usually in my county, we have fairly decent internet, but there's no guarantees, and I'm running a hotspot, so I have my GPS on, knowing where to go when it's telling me to turn, which I'm not going to turn. I'm just going to go up one more light. I think I'm going to go up one more light. Yeah. So we're going to be heading over to, but typically if they're there, we're going to be collecting a lot of evidence and information, so we're just going to go check it out and see what's going on, if anything. I hope everybody's having a great morning so far. Oh, it's been rough. I actually prepared a 20-minute intro video for this morning, for our show this morning, before I got notified that there was this homicide investigation going on. And it was going over, I'm going back in some of the files that we did for the Brian Koberger case. I didn't even put a stitch of makeup on, y'all. I've been working all morning, I brushed my hair. I had brushed my hair, brushed my teeth, got a cup of coffee, and then I was running around. Woman, like, I got crap all in this car, and it's not even in an organized fashion, but I had to bring my cameras in case I need to get some stills of them investigating and all the other stuff. Give me just a second, guys. Let me know when I get back if you guys can hear me, but I've got to turn my notifications off. I forgot I have my phone open right now. Hold on. Let me know that you guys can hear me, because I had to turn my notifications off. I didn't want it screwing with our stuff or causing data stuff. Hey guys, I can barely see you. When we get to where we're going, did I bring my other glasses? I think I have my other sunglasses. My other sunglasses are bifocals. I can read the screen right now. I've got the sun in my eyes. And we're driving. If everybody wants to know what we are doing, we are heading to again, I don't know if it's still ongoing, because I don't have any information on really what happened, other than there's a double homicide investigation behind the Olli's in Sarasota. So I want to go check it out. I don't know who these people are, but it's allegedly 2 people. Now, it could be, they said a homicide investigation, not a death investigation. So we're going to go over there and just take a check out. It might be a death investigation. It could be ODs for all I know. But it's awfully weird that people are behind the Olli's. So that's where we're going. So if you guys want to hang out, come for the road trip. I'm just going to be talking to you. I can't read the chat for a variety of reasons. One, I'm driving and I need to be paying attention to the road. But 2, I don't have my glasses, my reading glasses on. So even if I was a person that decided not to pay attention to the road and read chat, I still can't even read chat because I don't have anything to see the chat with. I'm blind up close. After 40, my eyes, well, it was literally, what was it, 42 or 43? I woke up one day and I was blind. It was just like that. I started getting headaches. I remember Dolly making a joke about me having a rough look or scruffy, or I can't remember what he used, but he said some type of look, scowl, a scowl. That's what he said, a scowl. And I'm like, a scowl? Why would I have a scowl? And I realized it's because I'm always squinting my eyes. And I didn't realize I was always squinting my eyes because I was blind as a bat. And so when I went to the eye doctor and they told me I'm blind as a bat and gave me a prescription, once I put that prescription on my eyes, which is again another weird thing, I could no longer see without those prescriptions on my eyes. Just remember, I was being able to read print before I went to the doctor's office and put those glasses on my eyes. But once I put those glasses on my eyes, I couldn't read after that. All the words were blurry. Boom, just like that. So, but good morning, everybody that's here. We're going on a road trip. If you're coming in, I'm Bullhorn Betty. We cover true crime. I was doing a lot of work this morning, pumping out, I don't know, I think I pumped out about 5 different or 6 different videos on TikTok, on a variety of different accounts on TikTok. And as I was getting prepared and merging all those videos together for our intro this morning, there was a notification that popped up on X talking about a double homicide investigation behind the Ollies in Sarasota. So right now I'm en route to find out what stage of the investigation we're in. We very well may get there and there's nothing going on, because I was notified about this about an hour ago. By the time I got Delilah situated, coughing in me, the truck packed, an hour had already lapsed. Because if I'm going to go out there and something is going on, I can't stop and go back home and get my equipment. It either has to be with me when we get there, or that's it. So the one problem we're going to have with the phone is overheating. So I'm hoping by going around StreamYard and going straight through YouTube, I'm hoping that that will prevent the overheating. Feel the phone's overheating like now anyways. I might have to do something because I have a funny feeling. I wonder if I can turn my camera off. Do I have the ability to turn my camera off? Oh shit. Maybe I shouldn't screw with it while I'm driving. We'll deal with it later. If I do drop from overheating, you won't know it. The phone will just drop. It just goes boom and done. Let me clear off everything behind here. Just stick with me, guys. Okay. I'll wait for a second to make sure you guys can hear me. I cleared off everything potentially that could be running in the background of this phone, just to prevent any overheating that might happen from other crap running. So hopefully that'll keep us nice and cool. We're in the car, but it is extremely hot. It's 94. It's 10:30 and it's already 94 degrees in Florida, in Bradenton, in Manatee County. And usually our peak is around 2 p.m. So we still have 4 more hours of temperatures rising before we hit our peak and start getting on the other side of the heat rise. All right, I'm coming up to a traffic light, so let me get my glasses on and say good morning to you when I come to a complete stop here. Well, good morning, folks. I see Phil, Little Orange Man, River. It's nice to see you. Detective Whiskers, Melanie, Pebbles, Strawberry. It looks like we might be going soon, so let me get my glasses. Well, now I think the other turn lane goes first. I don't know. Maybe they go last. But it's nice to see everybody. If you're just coming in, we are en route. If you're coming here because of the title, we are currently en route. I just got notified that there's potential a double homicide in Sarasota right off of I-75 behind a well-known store, national chain store. So it's going to take us about 20 more minutes to get there, about 15 more minutes to get there, and we'll check it out. I don't know if it's still ongoing. I'd have to imagine, because it was like boom, all of the news stations were just starting to drop that there was this homicide investigation in Sarasota. So I have to assume that's when they were notified of it, and they started putting trucks en route out there. But because I don't know if it started last night or they found everything this morning, I don't know what stage in the investigation they would be in. So we're just going to go out there and check it out. I figured, you know, what the heck? I mean, we either have a show in the studio or we have a show outside of the studio, and it's been a while since we've been out of the studio to do a show. So if there is some breaking news in Sarasota, I would definitely want to bring that to you guys live if we have the ability to. But right now, I'm kind of flying dark. I haven't had a chance to review the case. I haven't had a chance to find out what's really going on, when it happened, because as soon as I heard that there was a homicide investigation in Sarasota, I jumped up and just started throwing crap in the car. I even packed up some drinks. Right now, I don't even have a drink. My mouth is dry. And I've got a cooler next to me with drinks in it that I can't even get into because I'm driving. So it's nice to see everybody. Just hang tight with me. We should be arriving on scene in about 15 minutes. Again, I don't know what's going on. So if you guys have any information related to this case, start doing your due diligence, because when we're out on the scene, for many of you that are new to this channel, you guys are kind of who's filling us in. When we're moving, when we have a fluid situation, it's our audience that's involved in the research and getting that information to me while I'm live at the scene. So it's a more of an interactive experience. So we'll see what we've got when we get here, but it's going to require me getting on the interstate and moving about. So that's what we'll do. But again, I can't read the chat for all you folks that are in here. Good morning. We're en route to a double homicide, at least at minimum a double death investigation behind a store. And once I get on the interstate, I should be about 10 minutes away. So we should be arriving fairly quickly once I get on the interstate. It's just getting out to the interstate. We're that at a heat thing. I think it might be the power cord. I think it might be the fast charging power cord that heats up the phones. So we'll try it. Once we get there, we'll try to put it on a different dock to see if that will help cool it. I didn't know if it was the magnet on the back. It's already starting to heat up again. So let me just the charging of this. We should be arriving. We're now on the interstate. For those that don't know, we're having some heating problems with the phones, and it overheats. So when we're out, it's Florida. We may go down a little bit. Just stick with me. I'll get the phone cooled down and brought back up as soon as possible. When I get to the area, if it's something where we can set up, then I'll get an umbrella over the equipment so it keeps it a little bit cooler. But just bear with me. Let me see if it's cooling. Okay, oops. It blew me right up. Oh, I forgot I can scroll in. I think it's the charging cords. I think it's the high-speed charging cord. So maybe I just need a trickle cord, you know, when I'm on the road instead of that high-speed charging. I think it keeps the I think it warms up the phone a little more with the high-speed charging. Anyways, that is what it is. But hopefully you guys can hear me. I should be on the phone, so you're probably getting a little more feedback than you were originally getting when we were plugged into the car. Recenter. Okay, so we're about 6 miles out, folks. About 6 miles out, a total of 8 miles total. And we're on the interstate getting down to Cattlemen. And if there's nothing going on and they've wrapped up the investigation, at least we got out of the house and got a little ride. Maybe I'll turn this around and try to find a way to get you guys at least a road trip shot of the road coming here and going there. So we'll see. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been down here. A lot of these places, like the insurance company that I used to work for, is like right there. real estate office I used to work for is right down the road down there. 46 years in this area, and there's just places that I haven't been. Maybe we'll do, I don't know, you know what, I know Christmas is coming soon, and one of the prettiest places around here during Christmas time is our mall. And maybe, just maybe this year, we'll see, I might come down to the mall and do a live broadcast going through the mall and seeing all the Christmas decorations. I also did a year down in Daytona. I did the Daytona Speedway lights. You know, it was $25 per person, even though we were all stuffed in a car. It was $25 per person to go through there, and I don't know, it just, I mean, it was pretty. There was a lot of lights. It was definitely something that I didn't regret doing. It's just that I think it should have been a little more robust. Because think of it, a car of 4 is $100, and you could kind of see the ties. You know, they didn't put anything around the stuff to kind of blend it in, so you didn't see all the cords and strings. And I don't know. I felt like it was cool. I won't lie, but there was just some things that I thought that they could have done better, at least for the cost. And hopefully, maybe they will, maybe they won't. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. Even with my criticism, I thought it was an excellent show. I just thought it was pricey for the quality. That's all. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, we're getting a little closer. So we're about 5 minutes out. We're about 7 minutes total. So we're about 2 to 3 miles from my turn, and then we got to find where all this happened. I heard it's on the back side, so we might have to drive around or get out and just go check it out. I've done enough homicide and death investigations that it's pretty noticeable. So it's either they have the investigation going on or they don't. If it's going on, it's noticeable. And these things take hours and hours because they've got to process every little thing. And even if it did happen last night, they wouldn't have had time. It would have been too dark to be really out there. I mean, they would work, they would bring in the lamps and the lights and stuff like that, but they would definitely be wanting to do canvassing and searching for evidence during daylight. And right now it's almost 11 o'clock. So I really don't know where they are in this investigation. Let me check this phone. Phone's still getting a little hot, but not as hot as it was. So hopefully the phone will, keep on for at least the time being. I could turn the air conditioning up, try to cool, but it's going to be hard because it's Florida and we're freaking have record high heats right now. Record high heats. I wish they had cooling glass, some type of gel-filled cooling glass that didn't break, that helps cool the car. I don't know. I'm just trying to solve problems with phones overheating. That's all I'm trying to do here. Hey guys, it's nice to see you. Don't forget, while you guys are here, hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't done it already, just go exit out real quick, give me a thumbs up, come back in. If you've never seen me before, you don't know who I am, I'm Bullhorn Betty. I cover true crime. I'm from Florida. I'm a Florida activist and advocate. And I got notification that there was a death investigation going on. It was couched as a homicide investigation, double homicide investigation. But since I really don't know what's going on out there, I'm just going to be on the safe side and call it a double death investigation until I get there and find out what truly happened. I mean, are we talking about, a firearm issue, a sharp blade type issue? Are we talking about like an OD type issue? I really just don't know until I get my feet on the ground. I can tell you I'm absolutely not dressed to be reporting news, but I'm absolutely dressed for the Florida heat. And if I am going to be out here, I'm not going to be in professional clothes, okay? I'm not that kind of reporter. If that's what you want, you can go to any news, mainstream media, news channel you want for this news, for this case. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of them because I got it from one of my local people as well. Today is going to be hot. If we have to, and I see law enforcement out there, I guess we're almost here, so we'll get a better idea about what is going on when we get here. But if we need to go get law enforcement waters or whatever, that's what we'll do. It is scorched earth out here. Scorched earth. All right, we're getting close, guys. We're getting close. Let's see where we're at. Hopefully the phone sticks with me. Hopefully the phone sticks with me. It's getting pretty hot. I can feel the heat coming from the phone, so we might go down. Just stay with me, folks. If you guys are here on this channel and you see people coming in, let them know that we will be back up and running. We are dealing with a lot of overheating equipment. We are in Florida. Again, it is 95 degrees now. We've only been on the road for 30 minutes. It's already increased 1 degree since being on the road with you guys, since going live, which has been 22 minutes and 37 seconds. The heat has gone up from 94 to 95 degrees. So I hope everybody's doing well. Good morning. It's been hot, West Virginia. Well, you know, I just came back from Illinois, you know, and I left here at 90 plus degrees and raining. I arrived literally to Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, pull into the tarmac. They won't even let us off, you know, they won't even take it to the gate because it's raining. They shut the airport down during the rain. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And it was 90 plus degrees. So I felt like I traded Florida for Florida. Okay, so we're gonna be in this lane. Okay, guys, we're getting close. Let's see what's going on here. Like I said, I don't know what's going on. I just got notification it's close enough to the house. I figure it was worth checking out. Okay, there's Ollie's. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm pulling in right now, but I don't see a whole large police presence or anything like that. But it's a huge plaza too. Would they shut down the plaza for this? I don't know. Question is, what side is Ollie's on? Looks like it's down there. Let's go see. I don't see a whole police presence, I'll be honest with you. They might have it wrapped up, y'all. Got going on here. There's not a whole lot of people here. I see people inside the store. The store's not shut down. Oh, ABC News is here, so we're definitely at the right place. Channel 8's here. Oh, we got a crime scene, y'all. We absolutely got a crime scene. Okay. I'll get you guys out on the handcart. All right, let's go see what we got going on here. We got a crime scene, y'all. Let me get some. Y'all, I'm not going to put you on the charger. Okay, give me just a second while I get set up here. But we're going to go down there and see what's going on. But we got to, yeah, it's definitely something. All right, guys. How are we doing? Hold on, I just hit something. Okay, are we doing good? All right. Let me get my keys. I'm going to lock. I got everything in here, including my wallet. So let me go ahead and get this locked up. I can tell you this doesn't look like it's been, it looks like it's been active for a little while. There's not as much of a police presence as I would have expected, but we'll go over here and see what we can get. I'm gonna have to get some glasses. I can't see. Baby girl's blind, so I'm gonna get. All right, I think I got glasses. Okay, we're gonna flip this around. Hold on, let me clean off my lens. So right now we have a homicide investigation at the Ollies on Cattlemen and Bee Ridge in Sarasota County. I'm out here, see if I can get a different type of location. See if we can set up and get a different type of angle in. Okay, so there we got it. I can see where the officers are. You guys see that? Come on. Right there. Hold on. I'll get you guys closer. Just let me get my glasses on here. I can't see crap with these glasses. I'm gonna have to go back to the car and get my other glasses, my sunglasses. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get... Alright guys, so what we got going on here, I'm gonna have to go back to the car and get my other phone so I can give you guys a breakdown of what's going on. But what I had been receiving reports on is that there were 2 bodies behind the Ollies on Bee Ridge and Cattlemen. And of course, I was unsure whether we actually had a death investigation or a homicide investigation, but we are out here and clearly there is some type of investigation going on. I'm sorry I started us out in portrait mode, so this is kind of what we're stuck with for this. As you can see, there's some yellow tape out here right now as they are conducting this investigation. I'm going to leave you guys here just for a moment. Hopefully we don't overheat, but I am going to have to go get some equipment and get set up so we can get you guys charged up and start getting you guys cooled down as well. But right now we are in Sarasota at a homicide investigation. I will back. Give me just a few moments. We got some detectives over here, reporters. Trying to figure out whether they're going in. I don't know who those people are. it's going to be a hot day, guys, so I've got to get my going in. I may have to change positions, but right now I need to go get some equipment. So I will be back with you guys. I'm going to sit you guys just like this for right now, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm going to be setting you guys up. I hope everybody is doing well. We've got an investigation going on right now. I'm going to be transferring you guys to a different tripod once it's set up. But for the time being, I'm going to try to get you guys powering so we don't lose power out here. If we do, my phone is getting hot. There's nothing I can do about that at the moment. I will try to charge it and then uncharge it so it lets it cool off. My vehicle is about 200 to 500 yards away from me. So if we do go out and I do need to cool the phone down, I'm going to have to walk a ways to get the phone to cool down. So just, again, bear with me while we're out here in the field. For those coming in, we have I didn't realize I had a brand new tripod in my car. Look at that. Well, looks like I'm putting together a brand new tripod I didn't know I ordered. Should be interesting. too soon. I'll never work any of this crap. I'm not prepared to put together a tripod. Hi guys, Bullhorn Betty here. I am sweating my little rear end off. I'm in the process of trying to put together a tripod that I didn't realize I ordered. I thought it was my old tripod, but apparently it's not. It's a tripod, but apparently Hi guys, I'm Bullhorn Betty. We're out here in the heat, sweating our knickers off. I don't know if you can look at my forehead. I am sweaty Betty today. And we are out here to bring you true crime from the front row. That's what we're dealing with here. We don't know what happened. All we know is 2 people have lost their life. It could have been a robbery. It could have been something else. We don't know. We're just out here reporting from the scene and collecting evidence and information related to the case. How do we... All right, we're almost getting close. Sorry guys, I didn't even realize you guys were still on me. I apparently have a new tripod. I didn't realize I ordered or somebody has ordered for me. I don't know which. Because I pulled out what I thought was my old tripod from the closet and come to find out it is a very heavy duty, nice tripod. Right? I feel like I bought this after I had some other kinds of issues going on. Okay. So we can probably... Yeah, looks about right. I just saw one of our news reporters out here. I haven't seen her in quite a while, you know, since the Gabby Petito case. She is 8 months pregnant. She's got a belly on her. I was shocked. I'm like, oh wow, that does fit that. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Very cool. Okay. Let's get this bad boy on. Yeah. Let's see if we can take this off real quick. There we go. All right. Bad boy be gone. Let's see what we got going on here. Huh. This was a nice surprise, huh? Brand new tripod. I don't know how long this has been in that closet. All right, guys, you guys are about to transfer over to a different tripod because I need a set. I need to set you guys up on a different tripod so I can get you guys. Ooh, that's not going to work, is it? Let me flip you upside down. It will not let me flip you upside down. Oh, then this is not going to work. This is not going to work at all. I'm going to have to keep you guys in this one. That sucks. All right, let's flip you guys around. Whew. If you guys don't know what we're looking at here, we are looking at a double homicide going on right now. I'm going to go get some water and I'm going to, oh, I can still set the umbrella up. I can set the umbrella up on the tripod. That's what I'll do. I'll set the umbrella up right here. I'm gonna go get my phone and then we'll start talking about the case with what we know and what's being reported out there on the ether. Okay, I think that might have it. Okay, great. I got the wrong screwed one. Okay, I gotta go get another umbrella. This one's broken. Okay, I'm back. Whew. Sorry guys, can't seem to get a good shot.
Y'all, it's my understanding the coroner hasn't even gotten here yet. They're investigating this. How are you guys doing? You guys are still charging right now. We're in the shade. I'm hoping this will keep down on the overheating of the device. Some water, y'all. Whew. Nothing's going on right now. For those that are just coming in, let me flip the phone around here real quick. And I'm gonna have to go get my other camera and start getting some footage from around here. But for those that are just tuning in, I'm extremely hot out here. It's 95 degrees here in Florida, here in Sarasota, Manatee County, Sarasota, Florida, which is where I reside. And I reside about 30 minutes away from the location that I'm currently at. And the location that I'm currently at is off of Bee Ridge and Cattlemen. Bee Ridge and Cattlemen, right by the Interstate, by I-75. There's a national store here called Olli's, and they sell a lot of discontinued, overstocked items at discount rates, and they have these stores all over the country here and there. We have one here. We also have one in more west side of Sarasota. And of course, in Manatee County, we personally have one on the east side of Manatee County. And one of the umbrellas I actually have here with me today is one that I purchased from the Olli's on State Road 70 in Bradenton for $6.99. And it's a huge golf umbrella, you know, one of the big umbrellas. So they have nice stuff there, and I've had it for years. I bought that before, actually I bought that for the Summer Wells cake, because Marissa left my red and white one in her rental car, and I kept the black and white one, but I bought them for $6.99, and they've lasted me all this time. What we have right now is we have the, what do they call it, like the headquarters, the mobile headquarters. So we have their mobile headquarters here on the back side. It's in the back, it's kind of, Ollie's store in this plaza is all the way to the end. So they kind of have the, what would that be? The south end of the plaza. The whole corner store is theirs. And so they have bays that you can have here, let me show you. Let me flip this around. So they have these bays where the trucks, the semi trucks can back into right there. But we're really on the corner. Let me back this up just a little bit so you guys can get a little bit of a better view of where we're at. So we're kind of on the south corner of the store. As you can see, there's a parking lot that goes all the way down right through there. Okay, that goes all the way back. So we're at the very end of the store. And so on the back side of the store, on the corner back, is where this is happening. Right now you see the screens up. You see those screens right there with the neon strip? That right there is where it happened. But see, I'm noticing that there's two semis there that are covered up, and they're not going to be able to move those because those would naturally be part of the crime scene now. And so it makes me wonder, is it one of these delivery guys? Like, I wouldn't, you know, it's really bad here. Like, we don't know, is this a transient person? Is it a store employee? Is it a vendor bringing supplies here? Like, I see pallets there. I see crime scene tape. It looks like they're back in the well where these semis are, and it makes me wonder, is it one of these semi-truck drivers that may have gotten out and got jacked or something like that? You know, we don't have a lot of information to go off of here, folks. But there is a homicide here, and I heard that there's two bodies. So they're conducting their investigation. Like I said, whenever we have an investigation, much like this, it's very noticeable, okay? This is probably the lighter side of investigations I've seen, but this is telling me that they probably are, one of two things probably has already happened. The coroner's already been here and have removed the bodies, and they're doing the preliminary other investigations. I see the forensic truck here. They've got their mobile command center right there. So I haven't been able to determine whether or not the coroner has been here, whether or not these are, you know, and those screens are definitely up. You see the officer moving them. Hold on, you guys see it? She's moving the screens. So they're right back behind those screens. Wherever, whoever's murdered back there is right back there. That is the crime scene unit shield. So what we're looking at is back there behind those screens. I set us up here because this one gives us the better vantage point of what they're doing. Over on the other side, they have all the vans to block the view. So being here doing this as long as I have, I've learned to try to find vantage points of where I'm allowed to stand outside of their perimeter to get us the best point. I don't want to obviously be disrespectful to whoever is behind that screen. So if it does come to the point where I may flip the camera back around to us, okay? We'll see how it is. We don't know who this person is or people are. I'm gonna go grab my phone. I think right now we're doing good without the need of the umbrella, but I'm seeing that we do have some clouds above. I need to go ahead and set the umbrella up so I can protect this equipment. As you guys know, we have thousands of dollars of equipment come out to these scenes with us in order for us to conduct our work here to bring these shows to you live. I also want to say that about 75% of the equipment, well, not quite that much. I'd say probably about 60% of the equipment used out here on the scenes are a directly donated by the people on the coffee club and on our channel. We literally would not be able to do this job without. Actually, you know what? I think I need to move this just ever so slightly. I'm on the wrong side of this. Give me a second, guys. Hi. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. All right, guys, sorry about that. Let me get this all set up for you guys so we can have some type of coverage for our why is this just not fighting? This just seems like it's fighting me. Maybe that's why. Maybe I had it backwards. There we go. All right, I think we got it this time. We'll find out. There we go. All right, I think we got what we need to cover our equipment. Okay, guys, sorry, I didn't mean to be in your way, but they're like, you can't see it here, and I'm not going to move you, There's some pokes, there's some holes in their screen that they've set up to try to be able to do their job without being on the camera. And we're not going to pry. I'm not getting in there to see their investigation. We're out here to observe and report. We have to remember that this is real life. This is real victims, and somebody has a family member lying behind those screens. And it sounds possibly like 2 family members or 2 people are behind that screen. So what we do here on the Coffee Club is we pray for people like this. We pray for situations like this. We pray for our law enforcement to have the strength and the know-how to solve this case. We put our hands on all these people that are out here. We put our hands on the families that are going to be hearing devastating news, and we uplift them and we pray for them. That's what we do here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. And that's not going to change anytime soon. Right there is the worst of humanity. What the worst of humanity can do to another human being. I truly do believe. I believe I read this right. But just to get on the same page, we're going to take a few moments. I'm going to get you guys right back over here so you guys can kind of watch the activity over there. That's kind of where you're going to be seeing everything. And I'm going to go grab my other phone. I know I told you that before, but I had a lot of equipment to bring out here, including my water, because I'm going to die out here without fluids. And we're just going to observe. And again, we're not just going to observe, but we are going to be praying for whoever is behind there, as well as their family and friends. right, guys. I got some other footage. So here we go. Got some officers coming out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Guys, remember, these people out here, right here, these people see the stuff that we cannot stomach. They do it bravely. They do it for the love of their community. And they suffer to solve these crimes. Time away from their families. So please don't forget to say a prayer for them as well. I don't know who this is. It might be a family member, for all I know. Might just be somebody wanting to know what's going on. But he was behind the yellow line, and now he was in front of the yellow line, now he's behind it. And it looks like appears to be upset. Aw, thank you. I don't know who did that. Let me just go over and check. I'm just going to bring you guys on around here so you guys can see what's happening. I think that's our little spot right there. So for those that are just coming in, we do have it seems like it's going to be a double homicide investigation behind Olli's in Sarasota. This is off of Bee Ridge and Cattlemen Rd in Sarasota right now. And again, you know, I just wanted to so you guys could see the activity, but we don't want to pry too much. We're staying behind the line. I'm actually quite a few feet away from the line, and I'm under some trees, which is keeping us nice and cool. And so we haven't, our phone hasn't dropped. So I just want to thank, let's see who all we have here. Aw, thank you, Cash. It says, hold on, let me get my glasses on. It says, if people learn to love, not hate, to help, not hinder, to lift up, not put down, the world might be a better place. Aw, yeah, amen to that. Amen to that. What we're finding all too often is crime is running rampant. I know I've talked about it, but I don't know how much I've talked about it. I had an opportunity. I don't know if you guys know a guy by the name of Penn Badgley. He's a well-known star. And he was featured in You. Him and I had an opportunity to have a conversation over the crime per capita. And while I'm looking at the bottom line, total number of crimes, he's looking at it per number of crimes per individual. So while we have an extraordinary explosion in violent crime across this country, per capita, because of the growth of our country, is showing lower crime rates, which I still don't believe, because, you know, people like Gavin Newsom, whether you love the man or hate the man, he is not tough on crime. So all those criminals aren't being charged with the crimes that they should be charged with, and therefore, in my opinion, manipulating the crime statistics. And how can we have, you know, proper crime statistics without proper crime reporting? So there is that issue that I also see that has happened across the country as well. Guys, if you guys would just take a moment and just take a moment of silence for me. We're just going to take a 30, there's noise around us. There's nothing we can do about that, but I just want to take, you know, a 30-second moment of silence for this situation as the coffee club. Thank you all for whoever participated in that. I don't know, there's a piece of me that feels like that guy in the orange shirt might be a family member. It's just the way he's acting, it's the way he's moving. It could just be a nosy neighbor, but for whatever reason, I saw him wiping his face a little bit as well. So I feel like this might really be affecting him, but I don't know. And of course, I don't want to pry, because, you know, we're here to commentate and report. This is just a heartbreaking situation. Guys, we got rain clouds above us. We're troopers around here. So I may have to put some of the equipment into the car, but we are going to continue to roll. I just got to put my cameras, my actual Canon and Panasonic. I'm going to have to put them into the vehicle. I can't have these wet. Anything else out here is replaceable, and I don't mind replacing it. So I thought he might be family too. Yeah, I think so. So that's why I just wanted to pray, because if he is family and he's here, you know, maybe just the prayer over him might, you know, even though he doesn't know it's for him, might help him, you know, somehow, some way. I know seems foolish to say, right? But we still wish and hope. You know, I'm really looking at this crime scene, y'all. And I'm going to pull you guys back here, because we're going to talk about this. I don't know. This might not be anything that we're thinking, because look at this. You guys know me, crime scenes. We've been at a lot of crime scenes over the years, okay? All over the country, crime scenes. And I don't know what made me just think about this, but I'm looking at this crime scene, and this crime scene is awfully small. Okay, from crime scenes I've seen in the past, this is a very contained, let me use the proper word, contained crime scene. Okay, it's not really that far back. You see those vans back there, those two vans? That's where the kind of area stops. It stops, like they're kind of in the first layer of yellow tape, right? They have to cordon off the area. Then it appears that they have a secondary perimeter, and that's on the outsides of those two vans. There's another do not cross, so you've got a kind of a secondary perimeter. You got this original perimeter, which you see this command center, okay? And then where those vans are, there's a yellow tape right in front of those vans, and then there's yellow tape another, I would say 10 feet behind the vans. So they're in that secondary perimeter, and then you have the outskirts where the public can see and preview. And Oh, here we got some activity going on here. These are the unseen heroes, folks. I just want you guys to understand that. Is that the corner can? Corner can. I don't know what you're talking about, the corner can. Oh, over there, yeah, I heard that there are possible dumpsters. So it's possible that these people are in the dumpster. And it's kind of crazy if that is the fact, because we were just talking about the landfill and disposals just yesterday. You know? So, but yeah, it's possible that those are the dumpsters back there. I think van, not can. No, those vans back there are sheriff vans. The ones that I was showing you, those are just crime scene unit vans. I haven't seen any other vehicle. Oh, the medical examiner's here. Shoot, I cannot believe I just missed that. So they have not removed them yet. There's the medical examiner right there. Right there. That's their car call. Just when you started talking about the van, that gray car right there, that's the medical examiner. I just seen it's a 12th district medical examiner. So, right. So it appears that we might have like a homicide or a criminal investigator. I think he's.
No, you can't park on the road like that.
Oh no,
But it's a homicide. I think a homicide.
I thought so. Sorry, sir. God bless.
I just think if you get hit by a car, it's your fault.
God bless. I respect everything you guys do.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Sorry, I'll make sure I say that.
Yeah, like he's driving on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah. So it was just an officer. A lady stopped to find out what happened. Yeah, it's a homicide investigation. I don't know. I got here, everything was already in the pipe way, so I haven't really found out anything. Have a great day. God bless. So anyways, somebody had stopped to find out what was going on here. Because, I mean, like I said, whenever you have something like this, it's pretty obvious. When I came here and I saw and I looked at the driveway out front, I'm like, you know, there's some people up there. So we got some investigators leaving. We got the medical examiner here. It doesn't look like the coroner's here yet. But there is a white van back there that had some stuff right behind this green command center right here. But it looks more like a forensic type vehicle versus the coroner vehicle. And I'm confident that the coroner, they will position themselves to make sure that that whoever's back there or whomever's back there, it seems like there might be one or two people back there. They will make sure that they transport in dignity. So one thing in Florida that you will find is we're huge on dignity and respect when it comes to our lost. And we're all about, you know, perp walking, shame walking, and everything else if you do heinous acts. People deserve to live, whether you like them or don't like them. We're going to be here until they wrap up. I don't know how long that'll be. We've already been on here for a little over an hour for the folks that are just joining in this morning. While I was preparing for our live show, which we were going to have obviously a different topic of conversation than this, I got notified that there was a homicide investigation going on in Sarasota and that there was a couple bodies found behind the store on Olli's, a store in Sarasota, a national chain. I was uncertain, you know, when this story was breaking. I noticed that it had just started breaking when I read the article. But by the time I got packed up and loaded up, because I really didn't read the article that much, I just saw that it was going on. It had just posted in just a few moments, and I started getting up and throwing everything in the car to get out here as soon as possible. And when I arrived here, I didn't know if they would have been cleaned up by now, what aspect of the death investigation that they were in. Did they already remove who, or, you know, the person or people back there that are deceased? But when we got here, it looked pretty desolate. No big deal here. It looked like everything had been cleaned up, and then I came around the corner, and of course, it is not cleaned up. It's a very much an active and ongoing investigation and crime scene here. It's a contained crime scene. It's not a very wide crime scene, so whatever, this kind of leads me to believe a few things, or, you know, at least a few perspectives in my personal opinion. This could be, again, a worker that was robbed. It could have been somebody back here that OD'd, I'm not getting that vibe here. But it could also be a dump site, you know. We have people that get themselves in very dangerous situations, and when those things do happen, they have to have a place. And I believe this could be a dump site. And the reason why I'm kind of getting that vibe is just how small they've cordoned off the area. You know, it's not really large, so it doesn't tell me that there was a fight or a battle, or, you know, some type of automobile situation, you know, a running, chasing type of situation that would have left, you know, microscopic or different types of evidence over a larger area. I mean, this is pretty compact for a homicide investigation. You know, Gabby Petito's, we had a whole entire block, you know, cordoned off. So this is, and I can't remember of another one. Oh yeah, Audrey Cunningham. Audrey Cunningham's scene, you know, out there at that water area was huge. I mean, we were all the way back by the road. They cordoned off the area, literally all the way back by the road. They must have had like almost a 2-mile area cordoned off for Audrey Cunningham. Probably not that large, but at least a half-mile cordoned off for Audrey Cunningham in a half-a-mile radius, because we couldn't. I guess that would probably be a little large too. I don't know. What would that be? 2/10 of a mile? Excuse me, I forgot to take my allergy pill. Just got another officer. I don't know if she's relieving somebody here, or she's here to pick up something. We have another officer that's let's see if she's coming here. Thank you, thank you. Aggressive and hate gets votes, I guess. I don't know, something like that. All right, the sun's starting to come back out. I was enjoying those clouds. Okay, it looks like the bulk of their investigation must have been concluded, because we're starting to see a lot of people coming out all at once. Let me back this up just a little bit so you guys can see it. Several people are coming out. We had about, I don't know, a half a dozen people just walk out from behind those screens, those black screens that have been put up. So I'm confident that it looks like we've got some people leaving. We got more people coming out. We got other people. I don't know who these people are. It looks like a homicide, maybe two. I don't think so. Yeah. You guys know when it started? I can't really talk to you because it's not traffic, but you know when it started? Gotcha. All right, God bless. So it sounds like they got set up here on this. Let me turn this way. Hopefully it's not blocking your view. Watch it be blocking right in the middle of your view. Oh, good, it's not. Okay, good. It's not. It's just giving me some shade. So I just talked to somebody that drove by here about 8:30 this morning. 8:30 this morning, and they were just getting started. So this is really fresh. Like they had, somebody must have came to the store this morning and stumbled across a gruesome scene. You know, that's just sad. So it looks like we're done. It looks like that's the medical examiner. So over here just a little bit. Got the medical examiner right there. Looks like it anyways. At least they were over there. So we got so it looks like the white vehicle there might be detectives or something. We definitely know the gray car is the medical examiners. But it looks like everybody's in the command center right now. So everybody came out of the scene and kind of went into the command center. I hear somebody doing something right there. He's got a lot of papers in his hand, so I'm pretty sure everybody's dotting their I's, crossing their T's, making sure everything. I was like, wait a minute, I'm frozen. I don't know what happened, but it looks like I was frozen. If you guys didn't hear me, I don't know what you guys could have heard, but I was just frozen there for a second. But it looks like we have, it looks like everybody's might be completed with their investigation. They all went into the command center. Probably to go over what they found. I don't anticipate people leaving here until everything, and I mean everything, is complete. We haven't seen the coroner come. I don't know if the body is still out there, but since the medical examiner's here, I have to assume that that would be the case. They might be going in the command center just to cool off too. It is ridiculously hot out here. I'm gonna leave you guys right like that just for a second. I'm gonna try to go to the back and see if I can get some film, some footage, either from the side. Okay. Let's see if we can get some shots. Okay, you guys are missing some stuff. Sorry about that. We got people leaving. We had one of the white trucks leave. I got some shots of people. It looks like my, and of course I walked off without my other charge memory card. So we haven't received anything else from any more than what I've already provided to you guys. Whew. Medical examiner. The medical examiner's leaving. I don't know what that means. I have a feeling with as little people as here, I don't think they're there. I think the medical's there. The medical examiner is just here to get additional information. I guess only time will tell, because no, I don't believe that, because we still have the black screens up. They wouldn't have the black screens up, in my opinion, if there was nothing to see and they were just conducting an investigation without somebody back there. It's just being set up as if somebody's back there. So they're going to be reviewing. The medical examiner is now leaving right there. So the medical examiner and her staff member is out. So they'll be waiting for this to come back. But this is part of their investigation too, to determine what happened, to find out what their ultimate cause of death would be in the manner. I anticipate them probably starting the autopsy, I would say probably tomorrow or the next day. But with a situation like this, I would almost anticipate they're going to start it either later this afternoon, but with it already being as late as it is, it's already noon, I have a funny feeling they're going to have to do all the paperwork necessary. It'll probably start tomorrow morning. So a few people have stopped here and spoke to me about this, and the first thing out of their mouth was it drug related. So that gives me an idea, at least the kinds of people that must be hanging out in this area at night. We've got some nice houses all around here, and you can tell because in Florida, these houses right, no, let me turn around here. These houses right here, I don't know if you can see their roofs. They're tile roofs. They're barrel tile roofs. Those things are very, very, very costly here in Florida. a roof like that on a house like that's either, you know, between $40,000 and $50,000, and that's just the roof. Okay, these are villas, so they're a little more affordable than, say, a single-family resident. But you know, medium-priced homes here. People aren't living here. People aren't, you know, on a bad side of the tracks over here is what I'm trying to get at. Yet we have bad side of the track crime going on in their backyard. And as many of you guys know, there's not a lot that they can do. These plazas are, especially at night when they're closed down, they have a lot of little nooks and crannies for people that are out there in the streets to do things, to, you know, sell things. So I have a funny feeling we're going to find out that this probably has very, very, very little to do with the employees here, or even those semi trucks. I mean, the semi trucks are right there, so naturally we have to ask, is it, you know, a possibility of violent crime first thing in the morning? Of course it is. It can be violent crime any day of the week, any time of the day. But now that I'm hearing some information, I'm trying to piece together the limited information we have, and it sounds like nothing was going on here until 8:30 this morning, and that's when this death investigation was called in. It obviously must have upgraded to a homicide investigation. And here we are, you know, 3.5 hours later. We have a fairly small, contained crime scene, which makes me believe that there's a possibility of somebody potentially being dumped here, as opposed to the violence actually happening right here, like this being the scene of the crime. But, you know, there's screens up. Law enforcement has these screens, so you can't really see what's going on. You can't really monitor their investigation or anything like that. So we can't really see back there, nor do we really want to be able to see back there. But this would be a multitude of things that are going on. But from what I'm gathering from this area, the probability of this being related to drugs, you know, sex type working activities, you know, that could be what we're dealing with here. Or it could be a robbery gone bad. But whatever it was, it doesn't sound like anybody really called anything in over here. So if the person has bullet wounds in them, then it most likely didn't happen from out here. Because, I mean, you should look. I mean, this is, let me show you this. So here's this, right over here, there's this water right here. That's it, just this little water here. So you've got the back of the store right here, and look what's right across here. There's homes, single family homes with windows pointing in the direction of where this homicide took place, right over here. So unless, if it was a firearm, I don't believe it could have happened here, because the people over in the villas next to it would have been calling this in. So it's leaving me very few options as to what I think really happened here. You saw a camera. Oh no, that was a floodlight. That's a floodlight. Right there is a floodlight, not a camera. It's a motion sensor. It's got a little half moon on the front of it. But I don't see them in this area here. You know, this would be a great place to dump a weapon, whether it would a firearm or knife or whatever the case may be. And I don't see them, you know, dredging this area here. So it doesn't sound like they're, at least at this juncture, looking for any weapon that's missing. So I don't know. I still have never gotten my other phone yet. Let me go grab the other phone, and we'll get up to date on what's being said from other media. I kept saying I didn't have the phone. Look what I got. It was in my pocket. And listen to this. I ended up going. I'm like, I need to go back and get my phone. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I grabbed it the last time. So I'm walking toward the phone, and then I feel it in my pocket. So I do an about face really quick, and the officer's like, yeah. Can I ask you what you're doing? I'm like, yeah, I was going to the car for the phone. I said, but I realized I had it in my pocket. And I said I was just going to give my audience an up-to-date. And he's like, oh, okay. But I'm sure my body was a little suspicious, because I'm like, huh. You guys know how many times I went back to the car just to get this phone and never quite got this phone. All right, give me just a second. I'm going to have to hotspot us, guys. Give me just a second. So you guys can hear me. Looks like my hotspot is now on. So, woo! I'm so blessed hot. All right, we are officially connected. So let's find out what's going on here in Sarasota. So, Sarasota. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, here it is. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. Like I said, let me bring you guys down just ever so slightly. There's nothing going on here, so you guys can come down. So the Sheriff's Office, the County Sheriff's Office says 2 bodies are behind there. 2. Behind Olli's Bargain Outlet off Cattlemen. Deputies say it appears to be an isolated incident and there is no threat to the public. No details have been released. So we're here. I'm sweating like a freaking, like I'm a busted pipe. Sarasota deputies are investigating after they say 2 people were found dead behind the store early Tuesday. The death investigation is unfolding behind Olli's outlet at 4092 Cattlemen Road, according to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. Deputies say it appears to be an isolated incident and no threat to the public, nor are investigators searching for a suspect. So it sounds like it might be an OD or other type of death, homicide or otherwise. No further details have been released. The investigation is ongoing. This is the area from what like I said, when several people came up to me, and one of the first questions they asked, is this drug related? Is this drug related? Is this drug related? So this might not be homicide. This might actually be a death. This might be an accident all over this. But there's 2 people back here, so it doesn't say that they were dumped. Let's just keep going and seeing if there's any additional updates. Two bodies outside of Olli's. So it has nothing to do with the business itself or the folks inside the store. This appears to be third parties out here. So, and again, like I said, this is a small scene. We've got very limited tape, very small cordoned off area here, and it sounds like this might be some situation where somebody got hot packages of some sort, or with the stuff on the streets this day and age, it's ultra lethal, ultra lethal. But again, people were telling me there's dumpsters back there, so it could be a possibility where, yeah, they OD'd, but not around here, and somebody brought them here, and obviously abuse of a corpse type thing. I just saw somebody take a camera back there. Let me flip you guys around here. I just saw somebody take a camera back there, so it sounds like they are getting ready to start pulling these people out. They say they're not searching for a suspect. No, this is a criminal investigation. Investigators, SEO is investigating what led to the incident. Anyone with information is asked to call the agency's criminal investigations section. And that's at 941-861-4900. They believe it's an isolated incident and no threat to the public. They also say there's no suspect at large. 2 people. Suicide murder? Maybe? Murder-suicide, rather? Isolated incident, criminal investigation. I don't know, guys. This might be a little more than just like an OD. This might actually be a murder-suicide type of a situation here. It's very... I'm getting mixed opinions from some of the statements put out from other media. I haven't spoke to anybody, so I truly don't know what is going on out here. All I know is 2 people are dead. That's to the extent of the information that I personally have. There's not a whole lot of people out here. This is not a huge crime scene. They're not here enforced by any stretch of the imagination. Again, probably because this has a very low threat to it, especially with it being an isolated incident and no threat to the public or public safety. So, you know, that's what we've got right now. But still, there are 2 people right now, and they most likely are not related to one another. They are most likely either friends or boyfriend, girlfriend, or significant others. So you got 2 families that have lost family members. And trust me, when your children are out there in the streets and on drugs, you still love them. Their death still is just as painful as it is if they were just a little child. When you're that child's parent, no matter what their walk is, that death is very painful. It's one of the reasons why we help so many families that have, you know, children missing that are on substances, is because mainstream media doesn't really like those cases. They like their perfect image of a missing person. And so what do? They fail to really promote anybody missing that's not a perfect individual, that doesn't have their, you know, appearance of what a missing person or a background of what a missing person should be. And we've taken on a lot of cases that mainstream media wouldn't take on because of who the missing person is or who the deceased person is. They're still human beings. They still have a story. They still deserve their story to be told. Much like whatever happened to these people here. Just sad. I pray to God this is not a domestic violence situation here, you know, because we need to do so much more with domestic violence across this country. We just need to stop the violence, period. You know, people need to get into their thick noggin. You have no right to control anybody else. You have no right to control what they do, what they say, how they act, how they dress, where they go. As soon as everybody understands that you are only in control of yourself and have absolutely zero control on anybody else, including your own children and spouse, I think people can let go of the animosity and anger because they have no control over it. And that's probably what pisses them off the most, is they can't control it. They can't control it. And they can't control somebody. And some people can't handle that so much that they would hurt somebody just to know that they can, just to know that they have that control. People are sick. All right, guys, I'm going to unplug and we're going to go ahead and take a walk. We're going to go ahead and take a walk. Let me back it up. It looks like it might start raining here shortly. So, this is kind of where we're at right now. Oh, look at that. a CBD store right here. And see, there's the dumpster, and they're back behind the dumpster. They're like under the vehicles. They're like under the semis back there. That's weird. Because they're popping their head out right there where the those pallets are. So I think it's up under the semis where the bodies might be. Interesting. Interesting. I'm gonna have to come back with my camera and get a shot at this angle. Huh. Huh. Well, there you guys have it. And there's the this is the barrier I was talking about. This is the extended, because the first one is in front of these two vans right here. So it looks like they originally cordoned off that area. The crime scene unit probably got here, and they went ahead and extended it back to this tree here. That's what it looks like to me. So they just kind of extended. I don't know what this car is doing up there. Hopefully they're not. Thank goodness I got a cop in front of me. I don't have to worry about my stuff being taken. This looks like a detective's vehicle right here. And right here. Good gracious, look at that water. If they did throw something in there, look how disgusting that water is. Look at that. That's just disgusting. Look how freaking poop brown that is. Yuck. This is definitely a retention pond. Wow. Help with some of the stuff. Sorry I couldn't get the other tripod to work, but it wouldn't allow me to charge the phone while I was on the little tripod because of the way the thing is. But I think I actually got that for the camera, to start recording from the camera, because that's something I would. This must be the tripod I bought for the Lumix camera. There. I wanted to get on that side of the pole so we can see what's going on. Doesn't look like anybody's back there. They had some photos. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna have. We still have some of the news people still here. They're just sitting in their cars cooling off, because they only have to do like lunchtime segments, 5 o'clock segments. You know, when we go live, we're literally live until we pack up, you know. So we're gonna be here. This is gonna be probably an all-day thing before they pull whoever the 2 people out there. But you know, when I saw them, I saw the guy. See those little rails right there past the black screens? Like, I don't know if you guys can see this. Like, there's the screen right there. Well, it's this area right here. That's where the guy was looking at, and he was looking down. And when I went on the other side, that is the bay That is the bay to get under there. I don't know. This is starting to really get the ideas of either a domestic situation here or a OD. It's one of the two. I don't think that there's really any possibility with the information we've had disclosed to us so far. I just see somebody running out of there. Yeah, I just saw somebody running. I don't know why they'd be running. I can tell you, even under the shade, it's starting to get steamy hot. I think it's something like a pad or something. You know what I should have done? I should have packed ice in my cooler with a washcloth to put a washcloth around my neck. Because boy, I tell you what, this freaking heat is nothing to F with. I don't have my beat button, Sonia. I didn't bring my beat button. If you guys have not yet gone out and hit the thumbs up button, please consider doing so. This is Bullhorn Betty, and I'm covering this double death investigation. I'm kind of questioning whether this is a murder-suicide type of situation or whether this is a drug overdose situation. But I don't think that there's much of anything else based on what we've read so far that it could be. I'm really starting to venture that it's probably a drug overdose. And the reason why I think that is because everybody that's pulled up to find out what happened has asked if it was drug related. So obviously the citizens around here are hyper alerted that there is, you know, a drug problem in this plaza and at this plaza. Could some maybe more patrolling of these type of areas help tamper down on this? You know, I don't know. Because of the substances, we have an exploding homeless population, you know, going on. Hey, Sherry, it's nice to see you, my love. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Whew. All right, let's see if we have any more updates. I don't think we have any more updates. I think right now all we're doing is waiting for the coroner to come, and they're going to finish up their investigation. And that's it. I think we should probably start heading back. I'm sorry, it's freaking hot here. I'm ready to load it up and head back home. If there was a little more activity, let me drop this down just to actually pull it down. If there was a little more activity, it'd be a little different. But there's not a whole lot of activity out here. It sounds like this is going to ultimately be murder-suicide, or they're not talking about anything. You know, a suspect being arrested or in custody or searching for a suspect. So I don't know. It's incredibly sad, but we definitely want to thank law enforcement here in Sarasota County for their work. Nobody should have to see this. Nobody should have to have, you know, you guys, we're thinking of just the families and the aspect of the families and their loss, and it is a great loss. But these people, these sheriff's departments, these detectives, the coroners, the ME, they have to see the worst of our society. Literally the blessed worst of our society. Nobody should have to see that. Nobody should have to do that. We should never do that to one another. Ever. You know? This is sad, guys. guys. It's just sad. But I am burning up hot. I think my story is pretty much done. We will follow this up and find out who these people were. Depending on the situation, you know, maybe we'll get a little collection of, you know, flowers or something and send to the families of these poor souls that lost their life out here. But we'll figure something out, you know. It's just, again, very, very, very sad situation, and drugs are real, you know, and people are look at this. Oh, there it is. See this. Figure out how this works. This thing's supposed to be able to do a pad, you know, like one of the tablets, because I may end up upgrading our system to a tablet base versus a phone base, and get its own designated line to run independently of any other equipment. I may end up doing that, so I went ahead and bought myself a tripod that can handle an iPad and also handle the Lumix, because this is the expensive camera. I've got a cheaper lens on it, but because this is an L mount, it's one of the most expensive lenses. So the zoom lens that I want for this camera is almost $2,000, and that's just one lens. The actual, ooh, let me get this. I wish I had a zoom lens on the Lumix, but I don't. And the zoom lens on the Lumix is astronomical, to say the least. So don't go nowhere. I'm just going to be loading up my equipment, and then we'll have the ride home. So we'll still talk about this stuff. So don't hang up. Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to start loading up my stuff. I'm done with what I'm going to do here. It's hot as shit out here, and I'm downing water like it's going out of style. So let me put you guys back up. I'll let you guys watch the lay of the land while I get us packed up and start heading back to the office.
Has be back, has be back. Has anything else happened? My goodness. There we are. I'm getting everything back to being wrapped up. It is freaking hot as snidgets out here. I like this. This is the new tripod I bought for the new computer, and I didn't realize it, but this thing is not only, it's light. It's lighter than my other one. It's like awesome, honestly. And look how small it like folds up to, I don't know, 18 inches. 18 inches? Like, that is awesome. It's a little heavy though. It's more sturdy. But look at this. This thing's taller than me, and it folds up to this. So oh my God, it is ridiculously hot. I had to bring a towel. Actually, this is the towel I put over my seat so Delilah doesn't get it all, you know, dog hairy. Believe it or not, that little whippersnapper loses a lot more hair than I thought her little, because she doesn't have long hair. I didn't know she was going to lose that much hair, but she covers everything with that black hair, you know. It's not too bad, but I don't like it on my seat, so I put a towel on there. Well, now I've got all of her stuff. Now I got all of her stuff put in the front seat, her doggy chair and everything. All right, guys, I think we're about ready. I think we're ready to go. Let's put you guys down. Hello, can you go? All right, we're out. Let me see. Let me turn you guys around real quick. All right, there you go. There we go. We'll take one more swipe by. There you go. Should see a little better. Sad. You know what's even sadder is that this is going on behind the store. Everybody in front of the store has no idea they're shopping in a store where there's 2 dead bodies sitting on the back side of the store. That, to me, is a little mind-blowing. That, to me, is a little mind-blowing. There we go. You guys see how sweaty I am? I hate sweat. Actually, I don't really hate it that much. I like exerting energy. It's good to exert energy. Looks like another news reporter just showed up. All right, I think I'm gonna go get me some lunch because after being in this freaking heat, whoo, doggy, it's hot. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. All right, guys, I'm gonna sit you down just real quick. Officially back. The car, we did good until this thing got out in the sun. As soon as it got out in the sun and I set you guys on the ground, it heated right up. It heated right up, and there was nothing I could do to save you guys. You were cooked. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing set up. There we go. I think God gracious, of course not. Hold on. There's all my crap in the back of the car. There's the Ollie's umbrella I was talking about. Let's see if we can set you up a video. I don't want that. I'm going to get you guys set up in this car without being on one of the things in the, on my, there we go. Fuck's sake. Sonia, you're going to have to raise the freaking money because I'm about to start cussing if I can't get this damn thing flat on the freaking ground. No reason for it not to be flat on the ground. Okay. Whew, I think we got it. There we go. Look at Sweaty Betty. Sweaty Betty. I feel like this will keep you guys cooler instead of being up in the window. We've got a tripod. I can put you guys kind of like right here and turn you. There you go. Now, granted, you get to see all the Now we move the gut up out the way. Now we move the gut up out the way. There we go. Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. I think I can put that. See, you guys are just still right in the damn sun. They need to design phones better. I'm sorry, I'm sick of engineers. They're doing stupid stuff. We've had phones now for frickin' 2 decades, and they can't figure out how to keep the phone cold. I'm not an engineer. I just like the crap to work the way it's supposed to work. That's all. Come on, mother flipper. Okay. Whew. All right, guys. Well, we've had a death investigation. It could be homicide. It could be a drug overdose. We don't know. It's 2 bodies back there. It looks like it's actually in the bay, which is what's leading me to believe those 2 options as the possibility. I think we need to go get something to eat. I'm starving. I don't know about you guys. I don't look like I'm in the condition to go into a restaurant. I mean, I don't feel like eating my food all sweaty and shit, but I think there's a Mickey Donald's over there. Let's go to the Mickey Donald's. Apparently, I'm gonna check my back tire. Hold on a second, guys. Check my back tire. It looks like it's a little low on air. I want to see if it's got a bolt, like a screw or something. I don't know. I did a little bit of curb checking. Where the hell was I? Oh, yesterday, looking for catalog envelopes to mail some stuff. I ended up curb checking it, and I wonder if it just got a little bit of air out of the tire, and then of course, I don't know. All right. Okay, that's not gonna work too well, especially when this thing collapses. I get so fed up with all the shit I have in this freaking car. It's a frustration. There we go. I may have to put you guys in a dock on here because this thing's just not, it's not sitting down, and every time I turn around I got something that's up under the hinge. The hinge of it, so alright. That means not gonna work. Alright, there we go. And I need to eat. So we'll be up here. I'm probably gonna have to let you guys go because I can't keep you guys cool. And you guys are now on a magnet that's scorching hot from sitting in the car cooking this entire time. What should we have for lunch? We're going probably to the worst place in America to eat. Is there anything? Oh, there's Panera Bread. I don't feel like going in, so we'll go to McDonald's. Let's figure out what we're gonna eat at McDonald's. Don't eat at McDonald's. McDonald's is nothing but frickin' grease and soda. If you want grease and soda, then it's your place. I'm trying to live a little bit of a healthier lifestyle as I complain about putting grease and soda in my body, that I'm about to put grease and soda in my body. The girls gotta eat. Girls gotta eat. Okay. If you'd like to donate, Sonia's on it. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. Do we want a burger? Do we want a chicken sandwich? Choices, choices, choices. Hey guys, thanks for sticking with me today. It was awfully hot. I'm glad we were able to roll without the phone shutting down until we got to the car. I might as well take you off here to let it cool off. I'm just gonna stick you guys. You guys are gonna probably have a hard time here because you guys are on an air conditioning vent. I'm trying to cool you down so you guys don't fall off, fall off again. That's all. So what should I get? Chicken nuggets, quarter pounder with cheese. Ooh, that does sound good. Big Mac. Big Mac Mike. We know what Big Mac Mike's gonna get. A burger. Okay, let's figure out. Let's see. What do we want? What do we want?
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Get pizza on my block today.
Yeah, you know what? I think I will have your 2B, no mustard, no
Medium or
pickle.
large?
Medium.
And you said no mustard, no pickle?
Yes, sir.
And this drink?
Give me a Coke Zero.
We have Diet Coke, is that okay?
Diet Coke's gonna have to work. And I think I'll try your small s'mores McFlurry.
Unfortunately, we don't have ice cream on milkshakes at the moment, ma'am. Anything else I can get for you?
Apparently not. No Coke Zero
Alright,
and no
that's
sweets.
$10.59. You're a good club, man.
Okay,
Sorry
have a
about
great
that.
day. You guys heard it. At a McDonald's, and they have no Coke Zero products and have no sweets. All right, now the question is, where the hell is my wallet? There's my wallet. We found the wallet. I ordered and I don't know where my wallet was.
All right.
But we found the wallet.
Okay. Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Get pizza on my block today.
Thank you. Alright, and then we're probably going to have to go to a tire place because I'm starting to think something is not right here. Huh? Sure. We might have a problem if the pressure in the car at the back wheel. Let me go look at my back wheel real quick. It should be the one right behind me. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'll have to have my neighbor check it out. It's saying that I got like 25 or 26 pounds of pressure in it. It should be 34, and it's the one behind me, but it's saying 26, so I'll have to take it to a tire shop and make sure I didn't get any type of nail or anything in it, but it shouldn't have anything wrong with it, but we'll see. Might just be the heat. The heat is ridiculous out here. Is the tire light on? Yeah. Because it clicks on when it gets down past 32 pounds of pressure. and I didn't notice it until I got here. And actually, I didn't even notice it when I got here. I noticed it when I cranked up the car to leave here, is when I realized that it was at 27, and since then it's dropped down to 26. I don't know what it is now. Let's see. Yeah, it's at 26, which is weird because I got like the front on the drivers and the back passengers 34, the one on the front right passenger is 32, and the one on the back passenger is 26 pounds per pressure. But I hate riding on the interstate because you just never know when you're going to run over something. It's the heat. Yeah, I believe it is the heat. I really do. I mean, it is miserably hot. It is not, it actually dropped, or maybe it's just where I'm sitting in the shade, but it's showing 93 degrees. It was 95 when I got here, and it's 1 o'clock. It's turning at 1 o'clock. So, let's see here. What do we got? So far, you guys are staying warm, but you're not too hot, you know? So hopefully, it seems like it gets too hot when you guys are charging on those fast chargers. So maybe that's what it is. I've just got to charge you guys up and let you guys, and then unplug you guys when you're full, and then charge you guys back up. He was in a hurry, rushing you along. Who was? Oh yeah, Betty's favorite. Well, you know, I just get so sick of it. You know, McDonald's is bitching about why their stock and everything's going down. Well, look at this. I just came to a restaurant that literally didn't even have half of what I wanted, yet charged me $11 for my meal. $11 for my meal. I could literally go to a... Thank you.
The big pork on medium fries.
Yep, thank you.
Anything else?
No, sir, thanks. Have a great day.
Thank you, as well.
Like, who wants to spend $11? And you know, I can go to freaking the Cracker Barrel. Think about that. Everybody loves the Cracker Barrel. I could go to the Cracker Barrel and get a meal, an entire sit-down meal, home cooked, for $11 at lunchtime. Their chicken and dumplings, fuck. Nope, sorry, Sonia. It was only like $8.79. Chicken and dumplings with 2 sides. My 2 sides are dumplings and more dumplings, if you're curious. If you're curious what kind of Cracker Barrel person I am, I'm dumplings and more dumplings. I love Cracker Barrel dumplings. So I'm gonna drop when I get home. I'm gonna wait an hour or so, and then I'm gonna drop my intro for this morning. Because my intro for this morning, am I going south? No, I'm going north. My intro for this morning was all over the place. We had the Arkansas parents, some political stuff, breaking news this morning, 2 separate stories, and then I had some revisiting of the Koberger case and the Idaho 4. And I wanted it out, and I wanted to play it on our live, but we didn't get a chance to. Hey, everybody that stuck with me throughout all this. I'm gonna have to transfer you guys to something so you guys get off the heat. I need to get you out of the heat. If anybody finds any resolution at any time to phone overheating issues that we are plagued with out here on the roads when we're coming, bringing content. Overheating again. But now you guys can't hear me because I've got the air conditioning hitting phone now. We're heading home. I'm
going to let you guys go. I just wanted to tell you all that thank you for hanging out with me. If for any reason you do have anything that can help me with my cooling down of the phone when I'm out in the field, please start sending it to me. I don't care what the cost of it is. If we have to, you know, wait a month, few months, or a year to save up to get it, that's what we'll do. But we've got to try to fix this problem when we're out, because it's not going to get any better. It just isn't. All right, guys, I love you. God bless. Thanks for hanging out. I'll drop that intro in about a couple hours, probably by about 2 or 3 o'clock. So check it out. Love you guys.